about sport and the benefits of sport in our life.
Technology, people have become so lazy that everything represents such an important effort, without keeping in mind the significance of making sport. If our body is composed by legs, it's because we can use them. And the funniest thing is that we don't really appreciate everything we have. We can walk, we can move our limbs, we can dance, until we can't. Once you have an accident, you realize all you had before. Do you think we have to achieve that level?
So, why do we have a sedentary life if it isn't good for our health? It's true that we already know a lot of benefits of sport, but if we already know that benefits, why we are so lazy? We should do all kinds of things that make us happy and also that are beneficial for our health. One of these things is sports.
And differences between an active and a sedentary person. Let's see how important is the practice of sport and some differences we should know. The differences between someone who practices sport and someone who doesn't is very obvious, as you can see in this photo. It's very important to be active, not only to have a good physique, but also to have self-esteem. We don't really realize how well we feel when we are not sick. But when we start having health problems such as diabetes, obesity, or cholesterol, is when we react. Too late, right? Do you really think that we have to suffer an illness because of the lack of sport? It's not easy to lead an active routine that requires time and above all effort. And the most common excuse is I don't have time. So time is relative, and it's very important to organize and plan a fine schedule. During the first days of your training, you will feel more active and also sore. Your cardiac rhythm will increase along with the blood flow and the oxygen in your brain. Continue doing sport, you will feel better and less painful. After a year, your bones will be stronger and your wallet more full. A study said that people who practice sport at least 5 times a week, more or less 30 minutes, save a quantity of $2,500 a year. Your lifespan will increase as well as your happiness, and your level of anxiety and depression will decrease. The benefits will change depending on the type of sport you are working on and the diet. Active people is energetic and is capable to achieve all the objectives they want. Your body releases stress and negative thoughts and contribute calm and well-being. However, sedentary people might feel tired and exhausted. But what do we understand by being a sedentary person? A sedentary person is the one who walks less than 5,000 steps. These type of people are not prepared enough to finish all their purposes, and their muscles are so slow. If you stop moving, your body consumes less oxygen and also less CO2, generates less CO2. It's very important to remark that being sedentary kills as much as tobacco. The main problem is that people think that doing sport is just running or riding a bike, but sport is more than that. Sport is disconnect of your daily routine and listen to some music, and the most important is to find out a sport that motivates you in order to repeat it.
When we think why people don't practice sport, the first thing that we think is laziness, but this is not the reason. Several studies show what are these reasons. Sherry Pogouto says that people don't practice sports because of the auto situation that are generated. Other reasons are the lack of the motivation and not having any objective. At first, it is normal that the sport doesn't motivate. Over time, when you see the first changes in your body, it gives you motivation and decide to continue practicing sport. That is why when you are starting in sport, it is advisable to practice it with friends. Many people don't quickly the results that we want, so they stop playing sports because of the impatience and frustration of not receiving changes. Some of the excuses that people don't practice sport is the lack of time. Others, who after their working day are very tired and don't feel like practicing sport. But these are not excuses. If you want, you can do it. The important thing are the organization and the objectives. Other reasons that people don't practice sport is because of prejudice. One of the prejudices that most affect especially women is that of women get big if they train with weights, and this is absolutely untrue. Many women that train with weights have a model bodies. A woman will never have the same bodies as a man because the physiognomy doesn't allow it.
Well, nowadays, technologies make students feel more distracted when they are at the school and also at time of studying. The way that technologies have been developing is beneficial for the sedentary life, right? But this is not beneficial for teens' life. Being an adolescent is one of the most stressful moments due to your future plans, your hobbies, and with all issues in your mind, it feels hard to keep yourself concentrate and study. And all these facts are reflected in the academic results of teens. Practicing sport is something that most of people are not used to and they should, mainly teenagers. We can see these benefits in the way that your cognitive capacity and your brain stimulation are improving at the time that you are doing sport. And both capacities are very important to keep your mind concentrated, which results are better grades. On the other hand, we can see another part of the brain that is very important, the hippocampus. This takes care of the memory, and this region of the brain can get about 2% bigger if you practice the sport 3 times a week during 1 year. In addition to, doing sports makes an increase of your memory space. From my point of view as a teenager, when I finish doing physical sport, I feel more relaxed and concentrate, and I can disconnect. Furthermore, I am more productive when I study. Besides, after a day that I have done sport, at night I sleep faster and better. It makes me face the next day in a better way.
During the childhood, it's very important to infant to practice sport. In this period of life, it's recommended to try a different sport. For instance, a swimming pool or sports where you use a ball. Activity every day, as playing in a park or in the school yard. In the adolescence, it's a period to join a team to play a sport, for example, football or basket. Open the social circle and teach them some discipline. In case you don't want to join a team, sports as complete as swimming and athletics can help you to stay fit. From the age of 20, the greatest physical capacity performance and can be obtained. It can be achieved through different types of sport, like rowing or wake in the gym. Every time you do a sport, the workouts you do have to be varied and trying to combine aerobic and physical resistance work. In the 30th Express recommend using short but high intensity workout, such as sprinting, cycling, running, or reducing rest times when doing a resistance circuits. For women, especially after having children, it is sad that when starts exercising. At the 40, one suggestion to introduce the inclusion of strength in our workouts is to start with dumbbells and then moving on the gyms with James Magenis. It's also a good age to start feeling well running, and if we already at Pilates, we will strengthen our back. In the 15th, it's desirable to include 2 sports sessions for week to improve the resistance and maintain the muscle. In this age, you can perform as well cardiovascular exercise such as walking or running with ankle bands with some height, and do something completely different like for example Tai Chi or yoga. Work to balance. The 16th, the more recommended exercise age are ballroom dancing and light exercise of strength and flexibility, about twice a week. Aquarobic is an ideal option since to impact in the minal and you work your muscles with water resistance. You can also do cardiovascular exercise making by walking. About the 17th, the goal to remain a slight activity and prevent the fragility and falls. It's very important, it's very relevant to walk and include some strength exercise during your week. But depending on your situation and your physical situation, you should check with your doctor first.